Guys, welcome back to the Desert Road. Today we have this awesome 2023 BMW X7, the xDrive40i. We're going to start off giving you a first impressions of the car. If you're looking to catch the full review of this, click the link down below. We'll show you everything, including the drive of this. For right now, we're just going to do a casual walk around, talk a little bit about the exterior, the interior, and that'll be it. So you have the new front, highly controversial. You know, you either love it, you hate it. I don't know if I've met anybody in between. You got the big grill, the skinny lights right here. I personally think it's all right. It's not my favorite front. I really like the previous X7 front. I think it was one of the best designs. Now with the way they did their lights, it kind of skews almost the proportions of this car because it's such a big car with such kind of smallish lights over here and the built-in LED strip. But many people love it, and it's really up to the user interpretation here. I personally think these new X7s look better in darker colors with this front, but again, people love the light colors on here, so it's up to you to decide. Drop us some comments below. Let us think. Let us know what you think about this new front, whether you love it, hate it. Alex, what's your take on this front?
No, I really I'm definitely not a big fan of the redesign here. I think it looks a lot like some of the Korean cars that are being made out of Kia and Hyundai. It just gives me just a less premium vibe overall. I mean, even with Genesis, all of their luxury cars, they have that split headlight, split taillight design. So it's kind of unfortunate seeing BMW kind of copy that design instead of just making something more traditional looking and timeless.
You do have the built-in radar sensor right here. They did a better job on here than I feel like some of the previous models. Here it looks more built in. Before it just looked more out of place. So that sensor for radar cruise does look much better on here. Now walking around to the side of the car, these wheels I think look absolutely stunning, very appropriate for this car. These are 22s on here, front and back, 275s. Up front, you got the 315s in the rear. They look absolutely great on this car. You have a little bit of chrome trim going all the way around the car. If you opt for the M Sport package, especially with the blackout package, all that will be blacked out for you.
Right, there is also a little bit of chrome trim around the windows right here.
The windows, and you got the roof rails also in chrome silverish look. The tail lights in the back are slightly updated from the previous X7. Not much has changed overall. They blacked out. This piece is blacked out. The red itself is just slightly darker. Overall, it's a very clean, very modern bag. I'm happy they didn't do any updates to this rear. It still looks great, even for 2023.
It's got the real exhausts.
Moving down here, it is real exhausts. Awesome, BMW kept that. Again, keep in mind, this is not the M Sport package. This is the regular X line for this X7, so it doesn't have many of the M Sport bumpers front and back, but it still looks great in its own right. All right, jumping in here, we're both gonna jump in, give you our first impressions of the interior. I got in here, I like this color. The seats feel great to me.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the display here?
The new layout is fantastic. The new iDrive curved display is awesome. I like the matte panel right here, the extra lighting. Overall, everything feels really great.
Do you like
really solid?
These new little AC control vents right here?
AC vents don't bother me as long as we can get proper air out of the whole thing.
And then they got rid of all of the buttons here, right? For all the controls for the AC, so it's all controlled through the screen now. Or that's typically not something we're the biggest fans of.
Correct. Almost all the modern cars, especially the Germans, have been moving to that, integrating all the AC controls into the display. So we'll test it out during our review, let you know how that is. I'm not on first impressions. I've never enjoyed light headliner. It looks absolutely horrible in this car.
Right.
I don't like that. Does this car feel big to me? Yes, it does. It's not absolutely outrageous, but looking back out the window, it is almost like a version of a short bus. The other impression I have, just a quick first impression, is just climbing in here, you'd be hard to differentiate sitting between here, this car, and an X5. So feels very similar seating position, all the layout, the controls. I mean, you know,
I didn't want to mention this is a non-M Sport model, so we have the non-M Sport steering wheel, which we're not the biggest fans of.
This steering wheel is absolutely atrocious. BMW keeps reusing this. This is from generations prior.
Right.
And it's like everything else is updated, but why keep the old steering wheel in here? So I really wish they would update it even on this, on the more base BMW versions. All right, guys, that about wraps up our first impression. Stay tuned to see our full review of this X7. Thanks for watching.